All right, perfect. So what I want to do now, guys, is I want to go into just the 2025 piece of this meeting and talk about just a vision that we have and just some things that that we've been thinking about and we've been meditating on and all that good stuff over the past the past year. And so as you guys know that, I've been saying that, man, I mean, coming into 2024, I was just kind of going through a season where I was like, okay, I got a lot of thoughts happening. I just felt like there was some things that were shifting in the business. I didn't really know how to put my finger on it. So I said, you know what, this is going to be a year to where I'm going to be productive, but at the same time, I'm going to collect a lot of information. I'm going to collect some data. And so I fasted probably about 30 days total out of last year, a little bit over 30 days. Every quarter I was doing some type of a fast of such. And I got some real clear signals through the Holy Spirit. And I just want to kind of share some things with you. Guys, let me tell you something. What I'm going to share with you tonight, it's not going to be like a knock you over, knock you down like, whoa, but it's just some things that we got reminded of. And you guys saw me put the flyer out there on the team Telegram talking about Back to the Future. Man, I'm a 80s movie buff. That's my era. I'm gonna be 50 this year, guys. And so I was born in 75. I'm gonna be 50 this year. And so when the movie Back to the Future came out with Michael J. Fox, it was something that was super like awesome, because we were like, man, what the premise of it is him getting in this sports car and going, it's almost like a time machine, going back in time and just being able to right some wrongs and shift some things and stuff like that, and even save some people. But we looked at it and we said, you know what, the thing for 2025, we want to call this year Back to the Future as well, because I mean, there's just some things that we feel that just spoke to us, Rahima and I, like no other. And so I worked hard on this, y'all. Hopefully y'all enjoy this as much as I do. So Back to the Future, and let me kind of get into this a little bit, right? When you think about Back to the Future, we're not trying to go back into the past, but then again, we're not trying to forget about the past and just focus on the future. We're really trying to combine the best of both worlds, teammates, if that makes sense, right? And so let me tell you something, because I asked Rahima, we were talking about it. Hey, what do you feel when you think about Back to the Future? What do you think that is? What comes to your mind? And this is what she said to me. She said, hey, man, Back to the Future to me, as it relates to the business, it means taking all the valuable lessons, listen to this, that we've learned from the past and applying them moving forward to create a better future. That's your Senior Vice President, Rahima Bracy, that said that. And I said, babe, I think that's right. And she came up with that first. I said, you know what, I'm going to piggyback on that. And I said, you know what, just to add to that, it's pretty much saying the same thing, but just adding to that a little bit. I said, you know what, Back to the Future to me means revisiting just those foundational principles that we were all taught, that we were all exposed to, that we all used and were successful with, right? Revisiting those foundational principles and practices from the past to drive toward future success. And I think that combining the past, the things that we've learned, the things that we've been taught, and all that good stuff. JB, I see your text. Yeah, man, I'm big 5-0 this year. And so, and just, taking that stuff and learning from it, the wisdom of those moments, the successes and the failures, because we've had a lot of both of them, and we embrace those things. But at the same time, we know that we got to move forward and focus on the future. Hopefully somebody is feeling what I'm saying, to where you might be in a place to where you like, you know what, I want to go forward. But I know that all of these things, these challenges, these ebbs and flows that I've experienced in life, they're not for naught. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I learned a lot from that, so I can take, that experience and that wisdom, and I can put myself on a path going forward, man, to where I can have explosive growth and success, because I kind of know what to do and what not to do. And that's what it boiled down to, teammates. I came to the conclusion, I know this seems simple, but I came to the conclusion that we know how to do the business. And a lot of you, especially if you've been around for a sad period of time, you know how to do the business. Yes, you do. You know how to do the business. I promise you, you do. And if you think about it, just think about, what do you think you know how to do in Primerica? What comes to your mind? Guys, teammates, I guarantee you, if you think about it, man, we know how to recruit people. Because you've done it before. You've done it. A lot of you guys, some of you guys have double-digit recruited several times in a month. We know how to recruit people. We know how to license people. We know how to get people in the system, and we know how to get them licensed. So if you are a new person that is sitting on this call and you joined the business, whether it was last month or it was last week, just know that you didn't get recruited into a business to where we just gonna leave you hanging and leave you stranded and not have anything else to do with you. No, man. We know how to not only bring you on board, we know how to take you through an orientation, and we know how to get you through the licensing process if you're coachable. But we know how to license people. Guess what, teammates? We also know how to sell some life insurance. We know how to do that, and we know how to do it well, right? We know how to run the back office. Because, for those of us who've been around for any period of time, you know that it's not just about writing business, it's about writing good business and making sure that those things stay on the books. We know how to run the back office. We know how to manage quality of business, Erica. We know how to do that. We know how to make sure that, man, hey, policies get through underwriting, and then once they're issued, we know how to, have systems and communicate with clients. We know how to look at the reports to make sure that we're contacting clients, to make sure that their policies don't lapse. And then if by chance they do slip through the cracks and they do lapse, then we know how to contact them to get them back reinstated. We know how to do these things. We know how to manage quality of business. We know how to do securities. Some of you guys might be like, security, what does that mean? Like, y'all know how to do security for a party? No, securities in our business are investments. You'll hear us kind of interchange those two things. Investment, securities, it's the same thing, right? We know how to do securities. We know how to set up Roth IRAs, traditional IRAs. We know how to roll money over from people's 401ks or 403bs into retirement plans. We know how to do annuities. We know how to do 529 kids education accounts. Man, we know how to do securities. I mean, you name it, we know how to do it. And we know how to do it well. Guys, last year, I think that we had our best securities year as a team. So we know how to do securities, right? We also know how to present information. You put a number of us in front of one person or a group of people, guys, we know how to get down. We know how to present information in an exciting way and be charismatic with it. We know how to answer people's questions. We know how to control a room, whether it is one or two people we're talking to, or whether it's a room full of people at a financial workshop. We know how to present information. Guys, we know how to do the business. That's all I'm saying. We know how to build a team. We know how to promote our VPs. And man, we know how to make money. And so if you could put all those things together, I guarantee you that checking off all those boxes, it'll be hard to argue with that we don't know what we're doing. Yes, we know what we're doing. So what we're doing, and how do we learn that? We learned that from, I got over 21 years of experience in Primerica. And so last year, I reflected on that. 21 years in Primerica, going on 22. I said, you know what, man? I've been here. I've seen it. I've seen people come and go. I mean, I've seen the CEO change. When our one CEO retired, I've seen different goals. I've been to several conventions around all kind of personalities and leaders. I've been around this thing. I love this thing. I've dedicated my professional life to Primerica. And I said, you know what, man? We're going to put it all together, the past, and we're going to create an exciting and amazing future. And I want you guys to get in that DeLorean with us, and I want you to go with us into the future, right? And so, but in order for us to all go, there's just some action steps, and I'm going to lay some stuff on you that I think that we all need to follow. These are basic things, guys. This is nothing that is too too vague, too confusing. I mean, it's just straightforward stuff. 2025 action steps to follow. Are y'all ready? Y'all with me? Give me a thumbs up if you're with me. All right. Thank you so much, teammates. Check this out. Hey, first thing that you want to do in 2025, you want to figure out what you truly want. What do you want in life and in this business? Now, some of you guys may have just joined the business, so that that's kind of an interesting question. You just got here, so you're still trying to figure out what's going on around here. I understand, that's fine, but at some point, as you get around Primerica, this is for the new people. As you get around Primerica, you get around the people of Primerica, you get around events, you're going to see that whatever made you join this business, whether it was to make an extra $500,000 a month, whatever case may be, some of you guys may have joined this thing because you want to just be able to help people and educate people and empower people. Some of you guys may have joined this thing because you want to quit your job. You say, man, I'm joining this because I see a real entrepreneurial opportunity here. I want to swing for the business. Whatever you join this business for, I guarantee you, the longer you stay around here, and I'm not talking about too long, I'm talking about over the next probably, 3 to 6 months. I guarantee you, man, if you stick around, you stay plugged in, that vision is going to start to expand. And it's okay to start thinking and dreaming and wondering, okay, what do I want from here? Because whatever you want to order off the menu, it's available to you. I'm going to repeat that. Whatever you want to order off the menu, it is available to you. And don't take my word for it. Stick around, stay plugged in, stay active in the business. I promise you, you'll see. But figure out what you want. For those who have been around for a spell or two, it's time to start figuring out what you want. And I'm saying that, guys, because just last year, in the fourth quarter of last year, I got really clear on what I wanted and what I wanted for my family, right? And there were some things that the Holy Spirit dropped on me, man, and that's gotten me excited, and it's got me really revved up, ready to go. And not only be a coach, just be a coach. I've been a coach for a minute. I want to be a player coach this year, right? Getting back acting, getting back going, right? And I'm in it right now. But figure out what you truly want, right? That's one thing. Another thing, too, is that we're going to talk about performing at a monthly hierarchy standard. Performing at a monthly hierarchy standard. I'm going to put up what the standards are here in a minute. But we gotta, we don't have a quota system here in Primerica, but we do have something in our hierarchy. And this isn't just the Prove It hierarchy, but this is in the Inc. hierarchy, which is our uplines hierarchy, Stephen Finney Coleman. But we do have a standard. And it's nothing big, but it's just a level that at minimum we need to be striving to perform at. So that's that's the second thing. You want to perform at monthly hierarchy standard, month in and month out, and be consistent with it, right? And then next thing, you want to prospect and schedule appointments. Guys, that's the work of the business, is prospecting and scheduling appointments. Prospecting is just getting new names and phone numbers, however you get them, new names and contacts, right? Whatever you do to get new contacts, that's prospecting. And then you schedule appointments, schedule time to meet with those people to talk about what it is that we do. Prospecting, scheduling appointments. Next up, man, recruit and license some people this year. We're back in the recruiting game, guys. I'm talking about both feet in, hard and heavy. We're recruiting and building. We're recruiting and building. But recruiting and licensing some people to where those licenses are productive licenses, because we know you didn't come here and you've heard it said before. It might be new to some of you guys. This is not Primerica Social Services. So this isn't just a warm, happy place for you to come and get some feel-good information. If you want to do that, man, we're going to provide that. But guys, we want you to make money. I want you to make some money. Coach B. Walk wants you to make some money. Rahima, Senior Vice President Rahima Braces, she wants you to make some money. Whoever recruited you, they want you to make some money. When was the last time somebody told you that? It was serious about it and wanted to work with you to make it happen. It's us. We want to help you make some money, helping other people. All right. This is a big one, guys. This is a big one. We got away from this. But in 2025, we're restoring the feeling and we're restoring the focus on this. we're going to get promotions back in motion. Whatever contract level you're on, whether you're a rep, a senior rep, district division, it's time for you to get your promotion. So we're going to be talking about how can we get promotions in motion, because that goes hand in hand with recruiting and licensing people. That's part of the building process, guys, is getting promotions back in motion, man. I love it, and I'm excited about that. I mean, we already got one teammate that's looking to get promoted this month, man. So we about to get cooking. So you need to be getting your next promotion this month, right? We're going to avoid the wrong market, guys. In 2025, we are allergic to the wrong market, because there's a such thing. By me saying there's a wrong market, unless you know there's a right market, right? So we want to stay in the right market in Primerica, right? We're going to avoid the wrong market, because the wrong market will cause you a loss of time, a loss of focus, and it'll drain you over time. So we're going to avoid the wrong market. We're also going to service our existing clients. For those of us who have been around, we have clients that are sitting in our client relationship management system. We call it CRM. For those who are new as you get licensed, man, we not only expect for you to help them on the front end getting our services, but also be there as a person that services them on the back end. So we're going to service our client base extremely well in 2025, and we'll be talking about that in the coming weeks and how to do that, right? We're going to focus on building locally. So wherever you are, whether you're in the greater Houston area, whether you're in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, you're in Louisiana, you're in New Jersey, wherever you at, we want you to build and bloom where you are planted. We want you to build, recruit, license, get people promoted in your area. Because I'm telling you right now, guys, you know, you can recruit people all over the continental United States, but it's going to be tough to galvanize that group and get that momentum going consistently long term if you can't touch them and be around them locally. So what I'm doing, man, I'm getting face to face, so where I can contact, communicate, and build strong personal relationships with people. I'm back in that business, guys. Zoom is going to serve its purpose. We'll talk about our model here in a second, but I want you to focus on building locally. And then the next thing too, I want you to commit to personal development. In 2025, one big action step to follow is commit to personal development. What are you listening to? What are you reading? What are you reading and listening to, right? It needs to be something that allows you to grow, because your success is an inside out experience. You know, as you think, so are you. And so if you want to become successful, you got to change the way you think, because if you change the way you think, it'll affect the way you feel, and it'll affect your expectation and how you go about things, right? So commit to personal development. I'm going to show some things here in a second for new people. We want to get new people on that journey really, really early, right? And then, of course, we want you to be accountable. You want you to be accountable, right? And so what does accountability mean? Just do what you say you're going to do when you say you're going to do it. Be where you're going to be when you're supposed to be there on time. And then at the same time, accountability is really, it's a personal thing. You don't have to be accountable to me. Be accountable to you and your goals and dreams, right? This is your Primerica journey. These are the goals that you want to set for yourself. Be accountable. And then last but not least, get back outside. That's really for me, y'all. I've been inside the house really since pandemic. I mean, that's figuratively speaking, not literally. But we getting back outside. I'm back outside, man. I'm back outside, man. For those who don't know, man, I'm a member of the greatest attorney on the face of the planet, Kappa Alpha Psi Phi Nu Pi, and we just had our Founders Day J5 on Sunday, but they had an event on Saturday. I was outside. I ain't been to a J5 event in a fifth of Sundays, man. And so I was out there rubbing elbows, meeting noobs, all something. I'm back outside, and I'm fired up and excited about it. I want you to get back outside too, with the purpose of letting people know what you're doing to impact the community. All right. So get back outside. All right. And so, all right. So let's talk about hierarchy standards. Are y'all still with me? Everybody's good? Give me a thumbs up if y'all still with me. All right, cool. All right. So let me go back in. So hierarchy standards. So we have the Prove It hierarchy standard bearer, right? This is what we call it. You're a standard bearer, meaning that you are carrying the standard to the fullest, right? And so this is the highest standard, monthly hierarchy standard. So this is all it is, guys. We rolled this out last year. This is nothing new. From a personal production standpoint, if you want to be at standard, we're saying, hey, do 2 recruits and $3,000 in personal premium a month, 2 personal recruits, $3,000 in life insurance premium a month. Or if you have a team, then this is the team standard, 3 recruits and $5,000 in life insurance premium in 1 month. And then, of course, as you're doing these recruits and getting this premium, these are just add-ons to go with it. You should be looking to get somebody licensed. So 1 pass notice, right? At least 1 pass notice a month. I mean, you got somebody on your team that passed their test, right? If you're securities licensed, you should be throwing at least about 25,000 in securities a month on there. And then, of course, we want you to make money. We want you to make at minimum $1,000 a month part-time in your Primerica business. And I'm telling you right there, if you're doing these 3 things, or at least 2 of these 3, or at least 1 of these 3 things, along with the personal production or the team production, then you're functioning at the prove it standard bearer level, right? Those are higher standards. Now, I know there's some people that are saying, hey man, that's a little aggressive for me. I don't know if I can do that. Well, we want you to be a prove it active agent. We want you to be that. So what constitutes you being an active agent? All you got to do is just at least 1 of these. You ain't got to do all of them, but just at least 1 of them. Get 1 personal recruit in a month. Do 1,000 or do 1,000 in personal premium, life insurance premium. Or if your securities, like do 10,000 securities, or if you don't do lump sum security, just do 4 packs, monthly contribution. Now, those contributions could be from $50 a month, $25 a month, $100 a month. Do 4 packs in a month, 4 packs. And that puts you at the prove it active agent standard, right? And so these are the standards that we're functioning at, that we want to perform at consistently month in and month out in 2025. Now let's talk about our training model. I'm excited about this, teammates, what we're going to be doing in 2025. We are going to go to a hybrid training model. This is a Zoom and an in-person training model. Now, I'll be real with you. We are not going to get away from Zoom. Zoom is a way of life. You know, nobody's saying, oh, Nick's going back, you going back. No, well, we're still going to do Zoom, you know, and all that good stuff. But what we're going to do is we're also going to create some opportunities for us to come together in person. Now, let me say this. I know some of you guys are not here in Houston, and you can't do all the in-person things that we have going on here. But what I want to strongly encourage, especially for those that are on the East Coast, is that it's time to start getting that group back together. And I'll be talking to you about that real soon, about, hey, how you can create opportunities for you guys to collectively blend your talents and create opportunities for you to come together as well. All right. And so a hybrid training model. And let me show you some of the things that we've been talking about. Obviously, you know, Tuesday agent training is still going to stay Zoom. That's a weekly training. You're on it right now. It's open to all agents. When is it? It's every Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. Central Time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Lock it in, right? This is the Zoom ID password, all that good stuff. Guys, you're on this meeting right now. This is the meeting that you're on right now. And the purpose of this meeting in 2025 is for you to learn the fundamentals of the business that's going to help you make some money and actually build a business, right? Learning the fundamentals of the business, right? And so I just got a couple of things, just some housekeeping things, just some strong ask that I have of you when it comes to Tuesday agent training. I understand this is a volunteer situation, but man, look, I'm asking you to be coachable to me. I'm asking you be coachable to Coach B-Walk and Senior Vice President Rahima Bracey. Look, these are things that as I speak, I know that I'm speaking for them and with them on this. Man, please put this training in your weekly calendar. Put it in your weekly calendar. We don't want you saying, oh, I forgot. Oh, man, dang, what time is it? Put it in your weekly calendar. You got one of these things just like I got one, right? One of these cell phones. Put it in your calendar and put it on repeat in your calendar. Mark it off. Tuesday, if you're in Central Time, 6:30 to 8 o'clock. If you East Coast, 7:30 to 9, right? Mark it off. Put it in your weekly calendar so you don't miss. And then next thing, man, be prepared to have your camera on. Because you guys know, man, I mean, if you don't have your camera on, you're doing other things, you're not fully engaged in the training. You're probably missing about 60% of what's being talked about. Now, what good is that to you? But be in a place to where you could be in front of your camera And then that brings us to the last thing, be prepared to engage in training. Guys, we're going to do a lot of interactive trainings. We got some ideas and some things that we're going to try to bring you more in to this whole training process. We want to improve it and make it better for you. It's not going to be like it is tonight, where it's just going to be me talking, you listening. No, we want you to be able to participate and learn and grow. And we just hope you're ready for it. And we hope you're excited about it. All right. And so that's Tuesday Agent Training. And guess what, guys? This is something new. I'm calling it the Sunday Momentum Makers Meeting. Guys, I fought against this for the past few years. I mean, we used to have a Sunday conference call that we did. We got away from that. And I was like, whoo, I just needed a break from that. But guess what? We're getting back going and we're back in the building phase. But I'm doing it a little bit different. Sunday Momentum Makers Meeting. This is a Zoom meeting. This is a weekly meeting. This is every Sunday, but this is only for district leaders and above. Only for district leaders and above. I've talked to a couple of you guys and saying, hey, are you wanting to plug into this thing? Yep, want to plug into it, but it's a volunteer thing for districts and above. But let me tell you what it is. This is an accountability meeting. It's every Sunday at 7 p.m. We're not going to hold you or anything like that. And it has a separate Zoom ID and password. It's on the screen, right? But this is designed, the purpose is for you to report your appointment activity for the upcoming week. Now, we're not talking about jumping on and saying, hey, I ain't got no appointments. Hey, I ain't got no appointments. Hey, I only got one appointment. No, this is designed for those districts and above that even if your business is flat right now, you don't want it to stay flat. You want to get to the point to where you're performing at standard, personal or team, at standard on a monthly basis. So look, I'm reporting my numbers in there. I told you, I'm not just coach, I'm player coach. So I'm in there too. I'm reporting my numbers and everything. I'm giving my stuff in this meeting, right? I'm not sitting in some high chair saying, what are your numbers? No, I'm giving you guys my numbers as well in this meeting, because guess what? I have to be able to count. This deal starts next Sunday, January the 12th, 7 p.m. We're starting this. 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Right? And so if I hadn't talked to you yet about it, I'll be calling you this week saying, hey, are you in this Sunday? Are you going to be part of this Momentum Makers meeting? If you're a district and above, I'll be reaching out to you. If you say no, that's fine. If you say yes, that's fine, but we cook it, right? Sunday Momentum Maker. That's a Zoom meeting. Now let's get to some things that are in person. Here in Houston, once a month, we're going to do what we call a Sunday Fun Day phone blitz. I know Sunday Fun Days now is about going to church and brunch and all kind of stuff. And yeah, man, you can go to church all day, but guess what? Once a month, we're going to meet in person. And this is open to all agents. If you are in the greater Houston area, come on. If you visit in the Houston area and you're on the team, come on. And you're in town, come through. One Sunday at the beginning of each month, that's when it's going to be. It's going to be at our office, guys. It's going to be at the office. 2500 City West Boulevard, right there at Westheimer and City West Boulevard, close to the Beltway, man. We got a nice office space, a lot of conference rooms to be able to function and spread out. But the purpose of this deal, and Coach B. Walk knows this, man, we want to kickstart each month with a bunch of activity. That's the whole purpose of it. So we're going to have fun with it. We're going to make little competitions and things like that. Guys, I promise you, this ain't going to be, we're going to look to make it fun. But we need you to show up, and we need you to have great energy, have a great attitude, and be willing to get to work, man. And we ain't going to hold you long, man. We're going to make it happen, right? This is Sunday Fun Day Phone Blitz. The first one is this coming Sunday at 3 p.m. They're all at 3 p.m. And then I'm giving you the schedule for the quarter. And you can put it in your calendar. January 12th, 3 p.m. February 2nd, 3 p.m. And then March the 2nd, 3 p.m. March the 2nd, 3 p.m. Those are the 3 Sunday Fun Day phone blitzes. This is open to prove it. This is open to bless. I say, come one, come all. The more, the better. But the goal is, man, we want to schedule a lot of appointments going into the month. All right. And then you've been asking for it. All the securities license people, you've been asking for it. Well, it's here. I've been promising this for over 2 years now, right? It's here. A virtual securities boot camp. Now, this is only for securities license agent, but this is through Zoom, right? And we'll schedule them as needed. And it's going to be to train on the Prove It security system. So we're not having a guest speaker or anything on this one. The first one is going to be Saturday, January the 18th. at 9:30 a.m. Central Time, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, Zoom, Virtual Securities Boot Camp. Man, we going over some stuff. So put it in your calendar. 9:30 Central Time, 10:30 Eastern Time, but you have to be securities licensed in order to plug into this. So this one didn't open everybody, just the securities licensed teammates, right? Got some good stuff I want to share with you guys. You don't want to miss that, all right? Virtual Securities Bootcamp. I'm giving you guys a hybrid, in-person thing, virtual things, all that good stuff. Next up, man, we're going to have some Saturday training boot camps here in Houston, some in-person stuff. Now, this is open to all agents, whether you are a new recruit or whether you are a seasoned vet, right? Open to all agents. Now, we'll schedule these boot camps as needed as well. But the first one is going to be Saturday, February the 2nd at 10 a.m. Where's it going to be, Nick? It's going to be at our office, 2500 City West Boulevard. And the purpose of this boot camp is going to be able to we're going to take an interactive deep dive into just some key topics, man, some things that we're going to be unpacking, but just stuff that we got to be together. We got to be around each other to get into the details so you can ask questions real time to be able to feed off each other's in. Saturday training boot camp. Guys, we're going to have fun with this one. This one's going to be good. Not saying that any of the other ones aren't going to be, but this one right here, I'm fired up and excited about this one. We haven't done Coach B. Walk, we haven't done an in-person Saturday training in the hierarchy since before the pandemic. It's been a long time. So this one right here, now we're not doing them every Saturday, but this is going to be a boot camp style. Now, we talking about boot camp. It's going to be probably about from 10 to 1 or something like that. We'll give all the details as we get closer. But I promise you guys, man, you want to put it on your calendar, February 22nd, 10 a.m. Lock that in. Lock that in. All right? Open to anybody, whether you're a new recruit, seasoned recruit, just got started, still calling this thing Prime America, it's open to you too, right? And then, now, I'm almost done. I'm almost done. This is what I call our 2025 Big Three, right? And this is for the Prove It Base Shop, right? We want to build a 20-plus recruit, 30,000-plus premium base shop. What does that break down to? That's having about 6+ teams that are standard bearers, that are performing at standard. And that means that we need to have 6 teams that are scheduling 12 first-time appointments a week and being accountable to that. But we're going to build a 20 by 30 base shop in 2025. In addition to that, we want to license 60 new people, life insurance, like 60+ new life insurance agents, and get 5 new securities license agents. What is it going to take to do that, man? That means that if you recruit somebody, it ain't just you recruiting them and then not doing anything else with them. No, that means that even if you're not a field trader, you need to be active and participating, almost like you're helping take ownership of that new recruit's licensing process. So Rahima does a fantastic job with the Get Your Life meeting and helping people get through that license process, but she can't do it alone. At the growth rate that we're trying to experience in 2025, in which we are going to get on that trajectory, she's going to need you as the recruiter and as the field trainer to take ownership of that new recruit's licensing process. Also, you got to plug them into the new recruit Tuesday Get Your Life meeting. We'll have that meeting. I think, Rahima, you let me know if we're going to do that immediate following this meeting, the first one of the year. And then we want to identify those who are serious about getting securities license. I know I've had conversations with a couple of you guys and stuff like that. You say, hey, I want to get my securities license this year. Well, hey, man, we want you to get your securities license this year, right? I know we got people in the Prove It Base shop. There's some folks on Blessed Dynasty. You get your securities license. Get your investment license so that way you can tap in to a whole nother side of the business that I promise you that can really impact our people. But we want to get some people life insurance license. We got to get a bunch of people securities license this year. All right. And then we want to do 10 million in total base shop securities volume. This would be our largest base shop securities volume in the history of our business. I think we did a shade around 6 million last year. But in order to do that, we got to get competent and confident with learning about securities. And we'll talk about some things that we're going to be looking to do, coming up in this calendar year. I've never gone to an AALC Securities Academy. And so I'm going to be talking about taking a group of people there and us all going to the Securities Academy this year. it's time. We got to go, right? As a group, as a team. Also, we're going to talk about using CRM, client relationship management system. And then we have a system called $B Smart that'll allow you to identify some securities opportunities. And then, of course, always keeping your antenna up, asking questions about different things. And then this is a big one too, guys. This year, I think that, you know, we have some strategic partnerships with Voya and Fidelity. Yeah, if you don't know that, man, we have strategic partnerships with Voya. Voya is the #1 401k provider in America, right? And then we also have Fidelity. We have a strategic partnership with Fidelity where we can do company-sponsored retirement plans for companies. As a Primerica agent, we can do that, right? So this year is going to be a year that we can venture into the company-sponsored retirement plans market, guys. That's going to help us get to over that 10 million in total base shop securities volume. I'm excited about that, right? All right, now, new recognition opportunity. Check this out. And this is for people that are in the licensing process. Listen to me. If you do not have your license and you're looking to get your life insurance license, this is a new recognition opportunity for you. We're calling it the License to Lead Recognition. And this is going to be something that we do quarterly. This is an in-person thing. And as it says here on the screen, all new recruits who pass their life insurance exam within any month of the quarter will be invited to an exciting celebratory outing in the Houston area, sponsored, that's big, sponsored by our field licensing director, Laura Armstrong. Laura is, I've been knowing she and her husband since I was in Dallas, before I even moved to Houston. We were all in the base shop. They were under Charles Whitener. I was in Stephen Phoenicia. We were districts and divisions together and all that good stuff. Now Laura is the field licensing director for our region in Primerica. She and her husband Byron, they're regional vice presidents in the company, AALC council members, but she has a role with home office where she's the field licensing director, right? She came to our retreat in December when we were at Margaritaville. And we got a chance to talk, Coach B-Walk and all that good stuff. And I said, Laura, do you have a budget? And she says, I do. I said, do you do things for teams? She says, yeah, we do things and all the type of stuff. I said, listen, I want to get with you and I want to do something quarterly for the people that gets licensed in our hierarchy. She said, let's do it. And I talked to her before this meeting and planned for this thing. And true to form, check this out, teammates. This is a recognition incentive that she put together for us. The first license to lead incentive, right? Everyone, anybody, all the people in the hierarchy that pass their life insurance exam, January through March, we taking you to Topgolf. Hit some balls, have some fun, have some food, and it's sponsored by Laura Armstrong, Field Licensing Director with Primerica. So if you are a person that's in the licensing process and you live in this greater Houston area, now we'll try to work something out for the teammates that aren't in the Houston area and make sure that you can get your some type of recognition. We'll work on that. I promise you, we're going to work on that. But in the Houston area, this is the commitment that I got from Laura. Anybody who passes their test January through March, you're going to get an opportunity to go to Topgolf. And we're going to have a great time, guys. Great time. Hopefully y'all are excited about that. But we call it the License to Lead recognition event. All right. All right. We talked about being on a personal development journey, getting back to that. I'm calling this required reading / listening for all new recruits. These two books are phenomenal. You might already be very familiar with Who Moved My Cheese. If you're not, go get that book. If you already have it, read it again, but read it through the lens of being in this business and starting this journey. But Who Moved My Cheese by Spencer Johnson. And then you have a phenomenal book called The Dream Giver by Bruce Wilkinson. These two books, we want to have all of our new recruits read or listen to these two books to jumpstart their personal development journey. Because what these two books talk about, they talk about how to respond to change. I'm telling you right now, guys, there's some changes going on. right in the middle. And they've been happening, but it's going to become very, very evident in the coming months, just changes that are happening in this country. And there's changes that we can initiate, but it's all about being comfortable with it, right? And it's all about knowing how to respond to those changes. So Who Moved My Cheese and Dreamer, they talk about change, but they also talk about how to handle adversity when going for something, and how to surround yourself with the right people, and how to identify, certain people in your life as you are on that journey, and how to stay focused, and how to stay on course. Because Primerica is a phenomenal opportunity, but it's going to strengthen you in a lot of different ways. And how you get through that is by, you work on yourself. And so these two books, I know what they did for me in my early Primerica journey. We just wanted to share them with you. They're required reading. You need to get these books. If you don't have these books, get them. If you're not a reader, you say, "Oh, Nick, every time I read, I go to sleep," right? Well, put it, download Audible. If you got an Amazon subscription, you get Audible through that. Listen to it while you're in your car. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Easy reads, guys. These aren't long, thick, like these are easy reads. You can read these books dang near in a weekend. I promise you. Very good books, very impactful. All right. And then I'm finishing up, and I'm going to pass it over to Rahima. This is more 2025 cool stuff. In April of this year, April is Financial Literacy Month. It is National Financial Literacy Month in the month of April. Well, guess what? In the month of April, we're going to put together what we call a How Money Works workshop series. All through the month of April. This is not a one-off event. We're going to look to have a lot of events that are dealing with how money works topics in the month of April. Not just life insurance investors, but debt, different things like that, like things for men, things for couples, just some ideas that we're kind of throwing out there and floating out there, right? But in April, we're going to do and put together a How Money Works workshop series for the public, for people to come to and get educated and get empowered, right? So this is going to be a way for us to give back to our communities, right? And so that's what's going to be happening in April, Financial Literacy Month, right? And then in June, we're going to do a mid-year team building event. We calling it the Prove It Pool Party and Pickleball Tournament. Oh, let me unshare my screen on this, Coach B-Wall. Yo, does anybody play pickleball? Hey, look, I got to pick. It's the fastest growing sport in America. So in our community, they redid the whole tennis courts and basketball court, put up a pavilion, all this stuff there, and the courts look beautiful, right? And they put in some pickleball courts, right? And so I said, what, for Christmas, I'm gonna get the family some a pickleball set. And I got a set, man, and I went out there on them pickleball. I'm hooked, y'all. I'm hooked. It's not like tennis where you got to do a whole bunch of, man, they got elderly people out there. They playing pickleball. You can play it of all ages. My sons love it. They love it. And so we're gonna do a pool party pickleball tournament in the month of June. We're gonna have some fun with that. And we're inviting everybody to that. Of course, as we get close to it, we'll put the details out there. But yeah, that's going to be in the month of June, a pool party pickleball tournament. So work on your pickleball game. I'm going to start inviting some of y'all over to the house, and so we can work on your pickleball game. So that way, when we do the tournament in June, you'll be ready to rock and roll with it. Y'all cool with that? Y'all good? All right, cool. All right, I'm serious, y'all. Serious, man. So yeah, it's going to be good. And last but not least, we haven't done one in a couple of years, but this December we will have a Prove It Christmas party and all that good stuff. Obviously, guys, these are things that are months from now, but we just wanted to put them on your radar. There's just more cool stuff coming. And of course, as we see things that can happen even in between, in addition to these things, we'll put them out there and we'll do them together. But we will have a Hierarchy Christmas party in December. And so just, mark your calendars for that. But teammates, we are working on some other recognition things. Didn't get all the details nailed down for them, so I couldn't announce them. But when I do get things confirmed, we'll share them with you. But yeah, but I'm excited about 2025. I'm back outside. That's my saying. I'm outside, man. I am outside, and I want you to be too, because I got a vision. I'm very clear on what I want. Like, I want you to be clear on what you want. And now it's just time to go for it. It's time to go for it. All right. And so with that being said, what I'm going to do, I'm going to hand it over to your Senior Vice President, Ms. Rahima Bracy, and she is going to share her announcements for all of us. And so that way we can all plan accordingly. So Rahim, you have the floor, babe.
Hey, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everybody. Appreciate everybody for jumping on tonight. Thank you, Nick, for just really giving us some stuff to look forward to, casting the vision for 2025. Let me add some recognition real quick. Nick literally asked me, and I had not gotten a chance to look it up, but I want to congratulate Mike Johnson for renewing his license in the month of December. You guys, it's a long list of people who need to renew their licenses, and so you'll be getting text messages from me, and it's a group of people from December that's going to be on the late train to getting their licenses renewed. But you know, we absolutely have to have active life licenses. I mean, Mike kind of did his earlier, so it was just, he made sure he got it taken care of early. So you know, we don't forgive us, Mike, for not having a slide with your picture on it. But I didn't get a chance. This wouldn't have been part of normal recognition, but I really just want to say it because Nick went into a whole thing about securities and us increasing our securities in 2025. We have a very healthy base shop full of securities licensed people, and we're obviously looking to build upon that. But there are people in this base shop who have total assets under management over $1 million, right? You're talking about people under the level of RVP who have over $1 million of assets that they are managing. And so I want to give a shout out to Queen. Well, I'll say this: my mom is literally right there, close to $1 million, right there, and so I know she'll go over $1 million this year, hopefully in the first quarter, right? We and Talana are literally right at, I think, 1.75 million. Sean is closer to the 2.5 million mark. And so Sean McLeod. And so we have people really out here working on behalf, because we are a full business, right? We are a balanced business. We make sure that we not only get that life insurance in place, but we absolutely preach to people about saving and investing money and making sure they do that. So I just wanted to throw that in there real quick, y'all. All right, let me share some announcements, share the announcements with you all. If you need to get your paper and your pencils ready, please do that, because I have a good bit of stuff to share with you this evening. All right, we are in Leaders Building Leaders January. Hopefully that type of title makes you feel good, right? You are a leader. You joined this business because you saw yourself as a leader, because you saw yourself as somebody who wanted to obviously make money and save more money, but lead people in doing that also. And so this is Leaders Building Leaders January. We are in the midst, for those who are new to the business, there is always some kind of Primerica-wide competition going on. And so we are in the midst of a securities competition. And so you have to qualify for these contests, right? But they all culminate in some kind of amazing trip to an amazing location. I would say if it wasn't for Primerica, I probably wouldn't have been to Colorado. Well, Colorado, the way I went to Colorado, in Colorado Springs 3 or 4 times. I actually used to drill wells in Colorado, but that's a whole different story. But I wouldn't have gone to some of these locations, right? I wouldn't have gone to Hawaii the first time I went to Hawaii the way I did if it wasn't for Primerica. And so Primerica puts on an amazing contest. We are in the midst of the Future contest. The Future recognizes top leaders in the company. It is the highest recognition that you can get under the level of regional vice president. And so we are in the midst of a future contest, right? Benicia has her future jersey. We're more old school, so we have, they used to call it the green jacket, but we look for people going to the RVP level to like we are competing at high levels in this business, right? As we move forward. And so it's important to know and put on your radar this future contest so that you can really move at a high level. Uh, and for all of you, just a reminder about field training bonus, right? Everybody needs to constantly be, I say it every week, right? But they kind of change it, they'll tweak it a little month to month. But we are going to we are in a recruiting surge right now. We're getting back into our recruiting bag right now. So we have to make sure that we're doing the right things in regards to recruiting. And that is, make sure you get somebody signed onto that app ASAP. When you do that IBA, get on that app so you can bank $50 free, right? Make sure that somebody, your person gets registered for class immediately and completes that class really within the first 2 to 3 weeks of being in the business so that they can get those $100 free when they complete class. So field training bonus is back to the levels that it was previously. And so we want to make sure that that is on your radar. And then the last contest that we are in the midst of is the Breakaway to the Bay. We are in the midst of Breakaway to the Bay. This contest trip will be to the Gaylord Pacific Resort in San Diego. But talk to the person who recruited you about what does that mean to be in a contest? What are the qualifications? And then what I'm about to go into right now, what does all of this even mean, right? And so the company has 3 bombshells that they announced this month. And so this first bombshell is points towards the contest, right? There are a lot of different categories for people to compete in for the contest. So you're not going to be competing, against regional vice presidents. You can compete with people at your level, right? But there are all kinds of points on the board. If you do as a rep or senior rep, you do 1 by 1,000. That's 150,000 points toward the contest. At district leader, you do your 3 by 2,500. That's 150,000, right, points toward the contest. But let's say you said, I am going to start this year on a tear, right? I'm not worried about just doing the minimum to get the points. I want to step it up a level. And the company said, hey, if you play up a level in the month of January, then they're doubling the points that they're giving out. So the additional, and these are extra points, right? And so the additional points come when you play up a level. So let's say you're a district leader, but you do division leader numbers at 5 by $5,000 in premium, then you will get a total of 300,000 builders points toward the contest. And so talk to whoever you need to talk to about trying to understand what that entails and how you do it, right? So that's bombshell number 1. Bombshell number 2, because leading leaders, it's everything also about getting promoted, right? And so if you're the district leader or above level and you get your next promotion, then you'll get this. They started it, I think, a month or 2 months ago, these patches. And so it's a continual build of patches. And so the building leaders patch is the patch for this month. And so if you're a district leader, division leader, regional leader, and you get promoted, you get that one of those patches. And then the first upline to that person who got the promotion, they also get a patch, right? And so again, Primerica put it on the table. We want to make sure that we're going after that. We're aware of it first and foremost, and that we're fighting to get it. And then the third bombshell, which is the biggest bombshell of all, which is the one we cannot let go without taking full advantage of, is that the $49 IBA has been extended. So I know some of you all right now are like, wait, yes, I took advantage of that. Well, you want to make sure you create that opportunity for other people to take advantage of that $49 IBA. So that means to get started in our business, you only have to pay the $49 IBA fee along with the POL subscription. But what you get is so much more than that. And so when they do these reduced IBAs, it's literally to just eliminate the barrier for entry, right? eliminate any barrier for somebody who is motivated, who wants more of from their life. We don't want it to cost you $1 million to get started, but we want you to get started ASAP and give you the opportunity to build $1 million business, right? And so those are our 3 bombshells from the company. Now let me transition into some other announcements, things that you need to put on your calendar, your radar, as we move through kind of this first quarter. We are having, Primerica is putting on a Texas convention, and it will be in, it's Houston, Katy, Texas, this year. And so March 14th and 15th, put that on your calendar. We absolutely want our teammates to plug into this. Now, if you get the tickets on POL, they cost one amount. But what we said that we'll do as the SVPs is we'll buy the 10-pack, which allows for a really steep discount, and then you can get the tickets from us. And we'll create opportunities, of course, for new people to get those tickets. But for teammates, leaders, we will buy that 10-pack, and then it'll be only $15 for you to get those tickets from us, right? So that creates again, just another opportunity for you to not have to put out a lot to be able to go to an event that's going to give you a lot. And again, that's March 14th and 15th. Put that on your calendars. I know that's the tail end of some schools, what do you call it? Spring breaks. So so hopefully you already plan to have those days off, right? So that'll be time well spent, the 14th and 15th at the Texas convention, put on by Primerica here. It's at the Merrill Center, for those of you who live out there, kind of I-10, 99. It's over there, but for the rest of us, it's not even a big deal to get there, right? Next, we have AALC announcement. So this is an exciting AALC announcement. So happening now, this is this Thursday. We'll put this in the Telegram chat. Happening this Thursday. We have the AALC All-Star Opportunity Night. Our very own SVP, Nick Bracey, is going to be one of the featured speakers on that. You see him on there. So we'll put that in a Telegram because we want teammates to jump on. That's at this Thursday, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. Of course, he's going to, give it to us. He'll be on there with Lisa Jones, Mike Evans, and the awesome, incredible Shanika Turner. So we definitely want teammates to plug into that to support our SVP, our head coach, right? And then from an AALC standpoint, our big event this year, and this is for every single person on this call, right, is the AALC National Convention, which we call the Legacy Summit, right? And that is if you go onto POL homepage, you can get there. But we got to start getting these packages now. And I say this every year, y'all. What is most important is to start talking to each other about who you plan in the room with or how you want to do that, right? Because we definitely want to make sure we get together and make sure that we can room together and stuff. But start looking for flights. Our national sales director, Phoenicia Coleman, is looking to put group airfare together for coming out of Houston. But if you are in any other city, we want you to start making sure that you're looking for flights. And then when Phoenicia gets whatever the first package is out, you got to jump on it, right? We're talking about, we're going to be battling with 9 different base shops to try to get whatever these flights are that she gets. And she gets them through Southwest, just so everybody knows. And right now she's watching prices because prices are kind of in the right under $400 level to go from the round trip from Houston to Orlando. So she's trying to watch prices so she can get the package started at the best price. But let me say this too. The beauty about Southwest is if they drop the price at any time after you've purchased your ticket, they always give you that money back in flight credit, right? They don't, you can always go back to Southwest to get the decrease, the lower price, and then have the credit towards future travel. But the Legacy Summit is so powerful. When we have our hierarchy Zoom on Sunday, Phoenicia will go into greater detail, but the African American Leadership Council puts on a conference every single year. It's at the Orlando Marriott World Center. It's going to be our 25th silver anniversary. They are totally like revamping things and just making it more just wonderful and exciting. You absolutely want to be there. I mean, being around thousands of just African American business owners and people looking to build Primerica businesses, right? You do not want to miss this event. So put this on, start figuring out tonight, how are you going to make sure that you're there, and what you need to do, have to move around or plan around to get to Orlando, April 25th through 27th, right? All right, let me go into the ink hierarchy. So I just mentioned this, but coming this Sunday is our ink hierarchy kickoff meeting. And we will have guest speaker SNSD Keith and Sheila Chappelle. They are $800,000 earners in Primerica. They will be the guest speakers at our kickoff meeting. The kickoff meeting will start at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. I'm hoping y'all paid attention so y'all see all my little effects, right? But it's this Sunday, starting at 8. Again, that will be in the Telegram. But we just make sure that you've already cleared out your schedule so you could be there for that. And then let me add, we will do Get Your Life licensing group tonight. So if you are unlicensed, please stay on the call after we finish, after we wrap up here, and we'll do a very brief call, because we just want to make sure that we're touching people who are in the licensing process. If you do not have your life insurance license at this point, let's get a plan together, right? Let's work together to get a plan together to make sure that we can make that happen. We're at the beginning of the month. We should be able to get that taken care of long before this month closes, right? Get licensed and really get in position to do something big this year. So we'll start that call at the end of this one. So just stay on, be ready to turn on your cameras, or at least your microphones, because we got to talk. That is a meeting where I need to talk to you so we can make sure we have a plan together for you. And then the last thing I will put out is that Nick went through a lot of dates of events. When he talked, I went through a lot of dates of events when I spoke. And so what we're trying to do is we're trying to have a shared calendar, a Prove It Base Shop shared calendar with just our base shop trainings and events, our ink hierarchy trainings and events, and then just the AALC events that we're looking to plug into, and the Primerica events we're looking to plug into, just a select group of events. And so I'm gonna tell y'all right now, okay, let me tell you. So if you need a screenshot or whatever, Google is not making this easy for us, but I 100% believe that we can make it happen. Okay, Google makes it seem like, oh, just share your calendar and it's not a big deal. So let me tell you some issues that we've run into so far. If you have multiple Gmail accounts, right, it may cause you an issue. So what you will need to do is text me your email address. And then when I email it and send it to you, you're going to have all your other Gmail stuff signed out. And if you click it, then when you sign into whatever the email address is that you give me, that the email comes through, when you click it that way, that should be the way to get it on your calendar. But I'll troubleshoot it with you if you need to. But we're this is again something new, something we're trying to do, just to make sure that everybody has the information that they need and they have it timely. Other thing is AALC actually has on the AALC vocational POL, they actually have their own calendar that you can add. And if you have your own website, it makes it much easier to add a calendar. But again, let's stay in contact. Let's stay in communication. If you want to get the calendar, you can try the QR code. You can see what it does. But we'll see. It'll be probably better if you email me or text me. I should say text me your email address, and we try to do it that way. So with that, Nick, I think that's all I have. Yep, that's all I got. So I'll turn it back over.
All right. Thank you so much. A lot of good stuff. A lot of great announcements, events that are coming up. as well as just things for us to look forward to in 2025. Teammates, did you have a good time tonight? Did you learn some things? Did you get excited? Did you get inspired? Are you ready to just ferociously go live your best life and achieve the goals and dreams God has fired in your heart in 2025? Are you ready to do that? Hopefully you are. I know that I am. And so for all the unlicensed people, please, if you do not have your life insurance license, stay on the call. Stay on the call. Do not hang up. Do not fall off. Rahima, just like she said, she wants to just, just check in with you real quick and all that good stuff, and probably get a chance to meet some of you guys. She hadn't met, especially the new teammates that are on. She hadn't had a chance to meet you, but she is there to help you navigate the licensing process. She is definitely an asset to that process for you. So please just stay on. All right. Everybody else, we love you guys until we see you again, which is hopefully this weekend, as we got a lot of things that are going on that you should plug into. But let's go ahead and pray. We can get up out of here, guys. If you don't mind, bow your head with me. Lord, my God, thank you, Father, for your grace, goodness, and mercy. Father, we thank you for bringing us all through the holiday season, Lord Father, and bringing us into this new year. We know that it was only by your grace and mercy, Lord Father, that we are here. We are mindful to give you all the glory, honor, and praise, because you and you alone are worthy. Father, we know that we are here, Father. You know that you have placed some things before us, this opportunity, Lord Father, and we know that you are going to do some amazing things in our lives and the lives of our business. Eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard, nor has it entered into the imagination of any man or woman all the things that you are going to do for us, Lord Father, and we are excited about that. We are expecting that, Lord God. And Father, we are willing to go where you need us to go, do what you need us to do, say what you need us to say, to whom you need us to say it to, Lord Father, in order to be able to preach news to the poor and set captives free, Lord Father. We love you with all of our heart, body, soul, mind, and strength. Watch between us in our absence until we see one another again. All these blessings in your name, Jesus, we do pray. Amen. All right, family. We love you guys. Peace, everybody. New unlicensed people, stay on. Stay on. Stay on. Love you guys. Peace, y'all.
All right. Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing tonight? Hopefully you're in a place or position so you can grab, let's see, so you can jump on the actual call. I don't know if it's, I don't, okay. Yes, it is.